welcome, Todd. This is
Martin,
Interview Central.
It's so great to see you. A face with a name, finally.
We're working together now, even though you didn't know exactly what we're doing. We're doing an ambassador program for you.
Yeah.
Well, I have the most important question to ask you. So you're CEO of Talkwalker, based out of New York.
Yes, sir.
Social listening tool.
Yes.
But the most important question is, does he have a name? Does the Yeti have a name?
This is our Yeti. This
Yeah.
is the Talkwalker mascot. And we have a hashtag for Yeti. It's hashtag Yeti on the road.
Yeti on the road. So right now in SanDiego. Yeah.
We are in SanDiego. He was in the Jets on the USS Midway. He had a great time. He is going to Las Vegas pretty soon as well.
Oh, really?
For another bout. He sat on a panel with me at Social Tools Summit last week.
Yeah.
Someone didn't show, so he sat next to me, and it was a really good time.
Did he contribute well?
Yeah, Yeti's doing good. Yeti has a lot of
good.
views. He's getting some engagement out there
Yeah.
too, and
So this is interesting. You're a brand that's building. You're growing. You've got a lot of people paying attention. I know the dashboard is beautiful, right? It is, and the images that you can generate from that, I like it for the blog posts and so on. Now, branding for you.
yes.
How much was it considered as from like a strategic point of view? Because I'm thinking for other people watching, is like, where should they start? You know, should you start with a mascot? Or, you know, or should you be going, okay, well, let's go for the values, or let's go for, you know, what happened with Talkwalker?
So what happened with Talkwalker? Talkwalker was founded in 2009, and we didn't go commercial until 2012. So
Oh, wow.
what were we doing all that time? We were actually collecting data and building the foundation. So we weren't all about lipstick and being pretty and having really nice graphs.
No Yetis.
No Yetis. So over time we evolved in terms of getting commercial, getting our Yeti to join us, and Yeti is actually the abominable snowman.
Oh.
There
Yeah,
we
yeah.
go.
Yeah.
So you can Google Yeti and you'll see some scary pictures of Yetis, but he's really soft. Feel,
Listen, mate.
right?
He is soft.
Great on the skin.
Yeah, he is soft.
Yeah.
You won't be able to feel that. It's really soft. That the abominable snowman. Yeah.
So it was more about the foundation first.
Yeah.
And then really being able to commercialize. And what we found is since we built a great foundation and have an open framework platform, that we're able to scale and have innovative things happening to our platform every quarter. So just last week we're at Social Tools Summit. We won the Best Innovation Award, and that really came from our feature presentation on image recognition.
Well, let's
which
talk
we're
about
really
this.
proud of.
So people may not realize, and if you want to get in touch, because we have an ambassador program going on, he's floating around. So one of the things, and this is exciting, brands are tracking generally how many people are talking about based upon words and hashtags. Yeah.
Yes.
So that's what most people are looking at. So you end up with, you know, starting out 30,000 comment or tweets this week or comments here, etc., on a certain brand like Adidas. Did I say that right?
Adidas.
Or sort of thing.
Very good.
Yeah, just to Americanize it. However, there's a lot of people that are taking pictures of their shoes. There's a lot of people that are outside the shops, which are images. And then
Yes.
people are uploading those. Instagram as well? Is it Instagram?
Instagram,
Anyway,
Facebook,
yeah.
Twitter, YouTube.
And the brands don't know that people are doing this. So this is storytelling that's going on that the brands don't know about necessarily because the person's not using the word, not using the hashtag.
That's right.
But you've got proprietary software that allows you to index those brand images. And it's not just logos, it's other
Yeah.
things as well.
So we first started, we have 30,000 logos. So it's a logo database that contains images where we're able to look throughout our collection of data. So we're collecting data from more than 150 million websites daily. And that's 500 million posts per day, roughly.
Wow.
What we're able to do is now we're
Wow.
able to cross-reference that with our logo database with images that are being used within that content there. So you could be Starbucks and only getting 20% of what's being said about your company because Starbucks is being mentioned in the text. But what's happening out there is that people are posting coffee mugs, Starbucks logos without mentioning Starbucks in there. So it's all part of visual listening now and trying to capture what's being said about your brand without your brand being mentioned in the text.
Yeah.
So you have to do both now and identify who the influencers are, because you can do the exact same analytics that you can with text contextual listening as you can with visual listening.
What do you think the role of influencers is for people starting on social, or as they build up? Because we use that term, and we're in social media marketing world, and there's a group of people there. Are they the influencers? Well, here we're in social spaces, so that's there. But let's talk. How do you find them? Do they matter? What do you do to engage with them?
So, influencers have to be authentic. It comes down to that at the end of the day. And if you're not authentic, then you're going to have troubles in terms of being an influencer. And companies need to understand who those influencers are.
But let's tease this part. So what does authentic mean for you?
For me, authentic means being natural, being yourself, not being promotional.
It's Mint said, by the way, everyone. Just to let you know, they've gone down in public. That was my gift to Anne Hanley when she gave me a book.
I have to read that book, by the way.
Yeah.
Very good.
Everybody writes. Oh.
So, one who's authentic is someone who is genuine, someone who's caring out there and sharing what they feel is important to them with others.
What about the size of following? Do you think that those numbers count now, or is it engagement?
Right.
Yeah.
So some people, especially within our platform, you can see an influencer can be determined by whoever posts the most or whoever has the best followers.
Yeah. And you can filter by that.
You can filter by that, of course. Or by the engagement of those posts.
Yeah.
But really, it's engagement by mention in the way I look at it. We don't do clout score on our website, but we can filter it in a way that's important to you. So engagement per mention is a very popular way in which people are seeing who those influencers are across different media types.
Okay.
And then what we can do is you can drill down and go into that influencer's profile and then look over their history of them posting, what their themes are, what their sentiment posts are, word clouds on all of their types of key posts that they've had, and actually seeing the actual key posts that they've had over that time in their history of posting.
And then you can go out and engage with them. That's the thing.
You have the engagement.
Yeah. What about, where are you at? The conference has been a big theme, live streaming. We can see that the things are happening.
Yes.
Where are you at it for you? I mean, we're doing recording. This is effectively like live streaming, really, in a way. Yeah. But because you're thrown on the spot, we're in an open space and so on. But where are you at? Are you thinking, right, we're going to have everyone in the office on Periscope or Facebook Live? Or
So one technology that I really like that I've heard about today in a lot of sessions is Blab.
Yeah, I like Blab. Have you used it?
I have not used it yet, but when I get back to the office, I'm going to be speaking to our account management team as well, because I think it's an excellent way in terms of having some expertise discussions.
It's fantastic.
And really educating people on how to do certain things out there.
Do you know SEMrush?
I don't.
SEMrush is a keyword research tool used a lot in the SEO space.
Sure.
SEM.
Familiar with the term SEM,
yeah,
but Rush, no.
So they use Blab. They have wonderful approach. They're very much inclusive. Very much. Yeah. But we'll chat about that because we might be able to tie that into what we're already doing.
Right.
So it's trust building. And this actually is it's very much like that. You build a community around where people kind of go, do you know what? That was kind of funny. He was holding them the vulnerable, personable. It's giving brands faces.
That's right.
And having conversation and getting feedback sometimes. So go, hey, I'm finding this good. But what's interesting is the most successful ones from what I've seen, and I've done quite a few, it's when you can just bring people in, when they're part of the story and they're in that video space.
Yeah.
That's when the true connection happens. And that's what Blab has done, I think, that's exceptional. It made it easy to do that.
And I think we have to build on that. We're a software company in terms of we do data aggregation and we sell a piece of software, but there's just it's a crowded space out there. And we have to have a personality. We have to go above and beyond. We have to show care in terms of what we want to do and helping people and getting the insight that they need. And that comes with a personality and a culture. So as we continue to build the business, we're going to have that culture. Yeah. And it will come across very, very quickly.
Well, we were talking, give Richard Sunday a shout out. Every interaction has been fantastic, and I think that we've talked a little bit more about the culture, but you're building it intentionally.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I've got another question about
Yes.
about the video stuff, but different. Future. Just came to me. With all of this going on with the live, and you've got your listening tool for images, could you imagine a future where, you know where I'm going, where brands are starting to kind of acknowledge that the live stream, but I know it's pretty complex with how to define that, but can you see that it will go that way where there's almost attribution to brand building through live stream?
Oh, I think that's the direction. The question is, how quickly is it going to come?
Yeah.
And what brands really want to know, and I don't know how this is going to be done, how could they tell what we're thinking without us ever doing anything? We're just thinking about it. And then somehow they're getting into our mind through our thought process.
Right.
That would be telepathic.
So I tell you, I love this area, right? So there's an amazing company called Lightwave.io that does some bio stuff. Check that out. But there's a woman called Mary Lou Jepson, and she did a TED talk in 2011 when she was working at Berkeley.
Berkeley?
Yeah, Berkeley. That's the one. So it's a British thing.
Oh, I say Birmingham Palace Buckingham Palace
Buckingham.
when I say Buckingham, not Buckingham, Buckingham.
Yeah. It's good.
You know, you have to learn.
Berkeley. And what they did is they played like 10,000 hours of YouTube footage, and they mapped the brainwave state to the images.
Wow.
And then what they would do is then look on the screen by just taking the brainwave state, nothing to do with the image, and see what neurons are firing and how the image. And what you would find is that the thoughts, basically taking thought, externalized that. This is 2011. She then went to work for Facebook in the Oculus department, or around that, on the screen res stuff. And then I saw her talk with her recently. I love this area, as you can tell. But we can even see it, which is just weird, isn't it? You're starting to get into the territory of thought. And then you have influence thought. And the value base of trust. I mean, we've been talking with a lot of people. It's got to have good intent. You've got to have good people in the businesses, that have got some heart towards let's make the world a better place.
That's right.
As opposed to let's just, sell stuff and that. So the culture is really going to be reflective.
I agree.
Yeah.
It's exciting stuff.
It is exciting stuff.
And the technology is only getting better and better and faster.
Yeah.
I have 7-year-old twins, and the world they live in right now and the apps that they're using, I embrace the technology for them. This is what they're growing up with, and this is what they're going to be using when they get older and they're in the workplace, and I can't wait to see what they're going to be doing.
Yeah, awesome. Where can everyone find you and Talkwalker?
Well, talkwalker.com.
Yeah.
www.talkwalker.com. My Twitter handle is @ToddM.Grossman. I'm very active, and
So we'll hold that up just so we can get Todd M. Grossman. There we go.
Todd M. Grossman.
Cool.
And you can look for Yeti on the Road on hashtag
Yeti
on the road.
Excellent.
And if you ever do get a Yeti, you can take him around on a road trip and contribute to where he is. It's going to Las Vegas in a couple of weeks, in the Caribbean. I think it's in June that he's going to the Caribbean with
is he
someone
ready?
from the show.
Yeah.
He's ready.
He's going to like a little kind of like...
We're trying to figure out what his Halloween costume's going to be, though, this year in October. So we'll take any suggestions. You can just put that on the hashtag.
See, this is interesting because this is an engagement tool for your brand. This is exactly the point about bringing people into the storyline.
Yeah. We're having fun.
Yeah.
It's all about having fun and doing the right things.
Good. Awesome, dude.
Martin.
Lovely.
Pleasure.
Thank you. Good stuff.